Hi, this is Vivian Liebenson from Cup of Creativity, and I just finished my very first art journal. I have probably 10 to 15 art journals. I haven't counted recently, all in progress for years, and this is the fastest I have completed one. Um, I'll show you which journal it was. It's actually this Viviva Colors sketchbook. It's a square 64 page 7.5 by 7.5 inches. And I didn't intend for it to end up being a seasonal journal, but it just happened that I bought it just before the summer solstice, and I got sick just before the summer solstice. And so this journal became really a healing art journal. When I wasn't feeling well, I could take my mind off of how I was feeling by working in it. And I just thought I would do a little flip through, since it did end up being this nice container that contained an entire season. Um, and since the theme of this ended up being about mindfulness, I decided to put something on the cover. It was just a magazine image that I cut out. And I also started for this journal doing magazine collage, which I hadn't really done much of before. It didn't really interest me, but for some reason, it just did. I think my sister recommended it, and it turned out to be a really fun way to work my way through this journal. There were a lot of mandalas in here. This one was mostly just testing out some new paints that I had. It's very wonky looking. There were some pages that were from the Women Unleashed retreat that I attended some of the sessions for. And there were pages where I was just doodling around. This was a workshop on chakras. And then there was one workshop, part of another free artist series that I discovered, Rakefet Hadar, which she also does a lot of this magazine journaling, but she has a process that where she integrates the images with paint and doodling, and I fell in love with that process even more so than the plain magazine journaling. Oops. More mandalas. These were a little bit more symmetrical. This was from a shamanic journeys class with Rakefet Hadar. As was this one. this was the third class from the Shamanic Journeys workshop. Just some doodling and mark making. And something about making these tiny little slow marks here were very calming. There were a lot of panic attacks this past season having to do with feeling unwell as well. That was another reason that there was a lot of mindfulness work going on here. More mandalas. Curious what you see here. I don't know if I posted this one, but there's 2 hidden images in there. This was just a silly one. And the final mandala. And that was it. I'm all ready to start the next one on the Autumnal Equinox. So we'll see if a theme emerges from that one.